All right. I think we're live now.
It's preparing. Setting.
Let's go to car setting.
All right. Well, hey, good morning, everybody. Just close that down there, Greg, so it can pop up.
You're talking. Okay.
Oh, I hope you're doing well this Tuesday. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that joined us last night, not only on the Facebook Live, but also on our No Night in America webinar. We had over 400 people join us in the last 12 hours since we did the webinar, which is exciting. Rock and roll. If you missed that, you can catch the replays. We'll put the link below here in the comments because it's something different want to watch, especially if you're looking to do deals, if you're looking to get things you're rock and roll. If you've got somebody sitting on the sidelines not making any returns, today's the day to make some decisions for you. Now, we have to give a big shout out, big thank you to our original superheroes. Yes, 73 years ago is D-Day. And so I wore my Marvel superhero t-shirt here to, not only am I a big Marvel fan, but I'm also a big proponent of thanking our past, present, actually future military. So big shout out to all of our first responders and our military, especially our military that's still around from 73 years ago. It's very few and far between. So if you've got somebody, a relative, aunt, uncle, father, mother, who served or was a nurse or helped out for the cause during that time frame, give them a big shout out today. Say thank you for your help. Thank you for your sacrifices, because without them, the world would be a much different place. Can we agree to that, everybody?
Oh, yes.
So big shout out to all our military. So if you are new to watching this is one of your first shows, thank you for joining us. Make sure you feel free to share this to your page, to your followers too, if it's helpful and interesting. But I wanted to give another little discussion about D-Day. It's Decision Day. We noticed that people are starting to pop up with 90 days out. Is that correct, Jen, that you just saw?
Yes.
Okay. 90 days ago, we did some very pushing stuff, people driving to do goals. People get done the first week, what they would get done in the first 30 days. And 90 days And I haven't heard from most of them. Well, I've heard from some of them. Some of them have closed deals, but some are just continuing to run in that rat race. They're not doing anything different in their daily activities, make things happen. That's why it's a D-Day. You've got to make a decision, okay? It's a decision to strive forward. Now, you also want to come across it from the right way. Like I get a lot of phone calls, get a lot of emails from people looking for assets and or wanting to pick my brain. And I'm always glad to give somebody, 15, 20, 30 minutes to discuss notes and where they're coming from and what their business is. But if you call me and you're an ass on the phone immediately, don't expect to do anything with this. That's somebody called me this morning. Oh, I got somebody that's got 20 million a month to buy notes with. And I started giggling. He's like, what are you laughing? I'm like, well, first of all, if I had a phone call, if I had $1 or a nickel for every time somebody called me with this stuff, I wouldn't have to do notes. I could just make every time I got a phone call. He goes, well, you've never got a phone call from me before. I'm like, yeah, but it's the same thing. If you're dealing with somebody who says they got 10 million or 50 million, 20 million, they're not going to go through a broker. They're not going to buy through me. They're going to go direct through other places. And I don't take offense to that they're not going to be buying from me. They should be buying from me. They should be buying directly from the banks in bulk, not through us. Okay? So one of the great things about this business is you don't have to work with assholes. You don't have to work with big D's. Okay? You can take advantage of where you're at and surround yourself with good people. That's what I like about the industry. It's 99% of everybody out there is genuinely good-hearted and just great people. Most people work together. Most people are willing to share resources. All you gotta do is go on Bigger Pockets and put a keyword in for notes to see all the amount of chatter that comes with people in our industry. Most of the people on there are pretty knowledgeable. Most of the people on there are closing deals. There's a few people that like to be educated idiots, I like to say. But that's okay. You're gonna have a few bad apples in every bunch, but overwhelmingly, the industry is a much more friendlier niche. But it's very friendly because there's plenty of inventory and plenty of deals to go around. This is what I'm trying to get at, is if you're not closing deals, you're not making offers, you're not in business. All you're doing is practicing. All right? or you're not really doing anything. You're not really in the game or on the bench. If you're making offers and have a closing deal, you're still kind of in the game. But if you're not making offers and you're just running around, hey, I'm a note investor and doing all this stuff, you're really just a towel boy or towel girl. Okay? And yes, life, we need towel boys. We need towel girls. There's nothing wrong with that. But I will bet you didn't know this, that one of the actually NBA's 50 greatest players, one of my all-time favorite teams, all right, had an individual who was a water boy, who was the manager of his college basketball team. Not Bobby Boucher. That's football. That's the water boy. That's funny.
I couldn't help it in my head. That's what's going on.
With it being the NBA Finals and Game 3 being tonight, I believe, it made me think this morning about Scottie Pippen. Now, Scottie Pippen was Michael Jordan's sidekick. He was his Robin to Batman, right? And sometimes he was the Batman during the games, and Jordan was the Robin. Scottie Pippen played at Arkansas State University and was actually a manager of his college basketball team before he walked on. Most people did not know that.
The more you know.
The more you know, exactly. So he kept at it. He kept working at it. He kept doing it until basically he made it out. And of course, we all know what happened with Scottie Pippen. He won 6 NBA rings with Michael Jordan, one of the greatest teams of all time, if not the greatest team of all time. The Bulls. The Bulls. I grew up watching those teams and was always amazed at how well they worked together. You know, how they had their role players and how well Phil Jackson coached them. I'm not a bigger fan of how he is the GM now, but I'm more of a fan of how he was as a coach. Bringing different personalities together, from Jordan to Pippen to Rodman to Horace Grant to Bill Cartwright to Steve Kerr to John Paxson. If you look at how he treated his players, you see throughout the NBA ripples from those Bulls teams. Steve Kerr, obviously coaching the Golden State Warriors for the last couple of years, doing a great job there. John Paxson, who's been the GM of the Chicago Bulls for years. Okay, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, just to name a few of those guys. There's some amazing players out there, but they got in the game. They got off the bench and took shots. Most people that aren't making offers are literally taking the ball. The ball would be the list of assets. And you're like, you're not making any shots. You're not taking any shots. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, as you'll hear people often frequently say. So today, this week, has got to be a decision day for you. We didn't have people storm the beaches at Normandy for you not to do anything. We didn't have people give their lives, the millions of men that have lost their lives, men and women who have lost their lives last years protecting our freedoms, for you really not to do anything. So if you'd rather storm a beach and face a machine gun straight in and out, okay, that's your choice. But if you really are taking advantage of the opportunities that are available to us and are allowed to us here, do it. Now, if you've completed your 90-day goals, your 7-day, your 30-day, your 90-day goals, leave the comments below. Leave it in the comments below. Thank you, Nicole, for that note. All right? Leave the comments below what you accomplished the last 90 days that you set out for yourself. Now, we had some great people do some great things. Like, we know George Crocker was wanting to close on his first deal. He closed on his first deal. So George, did a great job with the social media thing. Karen and Stacey Wall have done tremendous things. Cody Cox is rocking it. Yeah. Okay, he's kicking some serious butt, raising some serious capital. Okay, so if you've got a 90-day goal and you've completed it, or only got partway through it, guess what? You've got another 90 days. It's summertime. Now's the time to really dive into it. Now's the time to really kick butt. You have no excuses not to succeed. The only excuses you have is the bullshit lies that you tell yourself. All right?
One of the things I wanted to bring up is there's some people that since I started.
Yep.
From day one, the name's been there, I've communication, everything like that.
Yep.
And they've gone through, I don't know how much their
everything basically.
Yes. And I've yet to close a deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
But people that we just had in fast track, all three groups are all closing this.
Well, that's the thing about the fast track. The fast track, they really have no excuse. They end up with otherwise they end up with a size 13, 14 shoe up their ass. That's a big shoe. All right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is these people have been like,
I know people have gone through workshop after workshop, taken training after training, been on webinar after webinar. Now I'm going to take my shield, so I'm not standing here kind of awkwardly. Yes, like I'll throw my back out here. But that's what I'm trying to get at. You don't want to be an educated idiot, everybody. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people go to workshops. A lot of people go to conferences. And that's how they scratch their itch.
But do something.
Yeah, exactly. It's so much more fulfilling to actually do something. It's so much more fulfilling actually taking action and doing some things. Now, if you're find yourself chasing 3 squirrels and you've decided to focus on one squirrel that's notes, that's completely fine. That is making a decision. That's, hey, if one of the other 3 things is more successful for you and you're more easier at that, comes to you naturally, hey, that makes more sense. There's nothing wrong with that. It's completely fine. I get people that call me, oh, I want to do this and this and that. Like, yeah, that's not going to work. No offense. I talk people out of the note industry. All right, especially when you look at a lot of the comments on Bigger Pockets, you're like, I'm new to the note industry. What I need to do? Well, you got to realize that it's going to take work. And somebody commented on there yesterday about, I want to hear from the people that are possibly doing this full time that aren't educators. And I love the fact that Wayne Snell got brought up, and Wayne popped in. Wayne does a great job. We're so proud of Wayne. Wayne just celebrated his 1-year anniversary of financial independence from leaving his job and being a full-time note investor. A big shout out to Natalie Patton, who's been a big part of that.
And you got us to be on panel.
He's been on a couple panels. I actually recommended him for the IMN conference, and so he's been on a couple panels, which is great. He's making bounce because he's taking action over and over again. Jay Tenenbaum, same way. Jay's been a great job. Chase Thompson, Robbie Woods are doing great things in the note industry. Kimberly Banks Fawcett, Lori Davidson, Karen Peterson, Michelle and Rick Hill. All right. These individuals, and I know I'm forgetting a few, they got Cody Cox has done a great job, Scott Dilly's done a great job, Steve Strass done a great job, Adam Adams has done a great job. Everybody, for the most part, has done a great job. Do it to Ben Weiss. Ben Weiss has done a great job. He's closed on like 20 deals since.
Most of our mastermind has done.
Yeah, a lot of our mastermind students have done a great job because they have made that decision to go all in. They are coachable. They've listened to me. They've eliminated a lot of the shiny object syndrome, shiny squirrels. So sometimes I've had to have to Michelle Hill a little bit like, what are you doing? But I'll give you an example. You have people that have been in real estate for like, do it. He was in the office here last week for a little bit, and he came in, we talked, and he coming from a rental portfolio in Indianapolis, and he's made the convergence and the transition to notes full time. It didn't happen overnight, but it's taken some time, and he's having a lot of success making things happen. He's always looking for more deals. So on today's 73rd anniversary, you need not only give thanks to our veterans, it's also something to think about, hey, are you making the most of what you have available to you?
Storm your
Ooh.
That was a good one.
I think I see an infographic. Storm the beach. People running up the beach.
Their own beach. Everyone has their own beach.
Everybody has their own beach. That's great. Everybody has their own howitzers they got to avoid, or the machine gun nests. Sometimes it's people that we love, that we know very well, they're shooting bullets at us. You just got to avoid them, duck, dodge, dive.
Sometimes it's ourselves.
Sometimes it is ourselves. Sometimes we are shooting ourselves in the foot. But if you find yourself not having the type of success, drop me an email. Pick up the phone, call somebody who's successful, and I guarantee the most successful people are the most open and most approachable, the most accessible, because they don't want you to make the same mistakes. Okay? So today, being D-Day, make your decisions to do something. If it's not for you, that's fine. If it is for you, hey, maybe you need to jump on a workshop here in 2 weeks. We have our next virtual note buying workshop, the 16th, 17th, and 18th of June. We got about 80 plus people already signed up for it. So it's an opportunity for you to get signed up for that. You can go to weclosenotes.com, you get signed up under the training tab.
I'll put the link down below.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Just do something. That's all. Asking you forward. You're moving one step, 1 inch, 1 foot at a time. You're moving forward versus standing still and watching everybody run over you. Okay? Roadkill. Go make that day. So once again, thank you again, everybody, for being part Make sure if you enjoyed this, we will see you guys all tomorrow morning. If you missed last night's webinar, take a second to watch the replays on that. We've got a tremendous opportunity with some funding opportunities for people that are looking to put their lazy asses to work. And we're rock and rolling. So stay tuned.